Welcome to East Asian Feng Shui TV. Today we will explore how to choose the right direction for your house. In residential Feng Shui there are two main concepts for direction. The first concept is the absolute direction. This direction is fixed and never changes. It is completely based on the sun and the natural weather patterns. The second concept is the relative direction. This direction changes depending on the surrounding landscape. Let us look at the absolute direction first. In the northern hemisphere, the ideal house has high ground to the northwest. It also has low ground to the southeast. This rule exists because of the wind. Cold and harsh winter winds blow down from the northwest. Having high ground or a tall, solid wall in the northwest blocks this freezing wind. In the summer seasons, cool and refreshing breezes come from the southeast. Having low ground or a short open fence in the southeast allows this pleasant breeze to enter your home. This is a very basic and logical rule of climate control. We build defenses against the freezing cold. We open our spaces to welcome the cooling winds. The absolute direction is also deeply connected to sunlight. Houses facing the south receive the maximum amount of sunlight throughout the day. There is a traditional geographic saying. It states that the south side of a mountain and the north side of a river are the ideal locations. The south side of any mountain gets direct sunlight from morning until evening. The north side of a river naturally slopes downward toward the south. This means any house built there will perfectly face the sun. The capital city of South Korea is Seoul. Hundreds of years ago its name was Hanyang. The name Hanyang literally means a bright and sunny land north of the Han River. Bright and sunny places are naturally the best environments for human health. This sunlight rule applies to all countries in the northern hemisphere. Countries in the southern hemisphere, like Australia, will experience the exact opposite climate rules. Now let us transition to the relative direction. This relative rule is considered absolute in the practice of Feng Shui. It depends entirely on the physical shape of the land around you. The core philosophy of Feng Shui is to ride the vital qi of the earth. Vital qi is the powerful living energy of nature. You must adapt your home to the physical terrain to catch this vital qi. Geography is very different in every single country. China has very high land in the west and flat low plains in the east. Because of this landscape, all major Chinese rivers flow toward the Eastern Ocean. Classic Chinese Feng Shui books write about this specific landscape. They state that having high ground in the west and low ground in the east brings immense wealth. They believe this terrain creates powerful leaders and a prosperous family line. However, the country of Korea has the exact opposite geography. Korea features high mountain ranges in the east and low flat plains in the west. Most of the large rivers in Korea flow from the eastern mountains out to the western sea. Ancient Korean scholars and lifestyle experts noticed this massive difference. They carefully adapted the Chinese rules to fit the actual Korean landscape. Historical Korean texts state that a house with high ground in the east and low ground in the west is filled with vital qi. They clearly understood that Feng Shui must always match the local environment. You cannot simply apply one strict rule to every single place on earth. If the physical land is different, the rules of direction must also be different. We can now reach a very clear and simple conclusion. If you are building a home on completely flat land, you should follow the absolute direction. You should position your home to block the cold winter winds and face the warm sun. But if you are building near mountains or hills, you must follow the relative direction. You have to carefully observe the natural flow of the land. You must find where the vital qi travels and settles. You must choose the orientation that perfectly fits the natural landscape right outside your door. This flexibility is the true wisdom of Feng Shui. It is always about living in perfect harmony with nature. Thank you for watching.